Sit back, relax a little bit. Let me tell you a story. See if yours is anything like mine. Remember when I was a kid? So much better when I popped the lid. Feel the rap or open it up.
Exactly, listen to Shawnee. Right, and Cash App's the easy way to get money transferred when you're out with friends. So pick up into that and then we'll get back to it.
He said, baby, jump in the back, boy. Tailgate crazy.
Tailgate crazy. Welcome back to Fantasy Reports. I'm the bus driver, everyone. I'm Cedric, the bus driver, and this is Fantasy Reports on Shady Sports Network. What's going on, everybody? I know I missed last week. We didn't update from week 5 and week 6, and trust me, I felt it. I really did feel it. It's a lot. Had a lot going on, so I'm sorry, guys, but I'm back. We got week 7 coming up. Week 6 is in the books, so we'll go over the week 6 PPR leaders using my sleeper league. But yeah, no, and then we'll talk about week 7. Look forward. So get your sleeper questions in the chat. Get your start set questions in the chat. Get your teams in the chat. Let's get them ranked, guys. We're back. It's Tuesday night. I'm the bus driver. Fantasy Reports. Buckle up. Let's get it rolling, right? Just want to shout out real quick. I am the program manager over at the Bill Daniels Veteran Services Center for the Volunteers of America. So I did create an Amazon wish list. It's live. It's ready to go. The items will ship directly to the Bill Daniels Veteran Services Center, where we're a one-stop hub for veterans. Veterans can come, they can speak to a VSO, a veteran service officer, about their benefits. If they need housing, we can get them with a case manager, get case management. We have employment services. So it's a one-stop shop for veterans, and every little bit counts. I mean, even the smallest of items. So I did create that wish list on Amazon. It's live. The link is in the description. If you need a receipt, let me know. You can email me at lgreen@voacolorado.org or hit me up on here, whatever it may be. But each one teach one. Everything helps, like I said. So shout that out. But yeah, we're going into week 7, guys. Week 6 is in the books. Like I said, I missed last week, and I felt it. Trust me, I got mollywopped up and down the field on my team. So we'll look at these top scores. Some really crazy scores. Some people we didn't even think twice about, right? So we'll see what's going on there and kind of go over that real quick, look into it, and have some fun, right? Talk some fantasy like we do over here. So how I do in Fantasy Reports in bandwagon fashion, I hit you with that promo for Shady Sports Network. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We're nearing 3,000 subscribers, so want to get that to 10,000 by the end of the season. So the only way we can do that is with your help. So thank you for supporting, thank you for watching. But if you haven't already, head over to our YouTube and subscribe. So let's get that promo, and then we'll get back to these PPR rankings. All right. Trying to see how to share this from Instagram onto my Instagram. Guess I gotta copy the link or something. That sucks. But I could just share it. Either way, if you are watching on Instagram, thank you for joining in. And wherever else you're watching from, guys, thanks for tuning in. We are talking week 7. I'm the bus driver. So actually I'm talking week 6, right? Because I'm going over the top 10 rankings from week 6 as we go into week 7. So that's the goal here. Hey guys, it was a crazy past 2 weeks, right? We saw some crazy scores that we did not expect. Some stuff we were just like, wait, what the heck was that? Even some games, right? But you gotta, it's fantasy football. You just gotta stick with it, and you gotta keep going. You're not gonna win every week, right? So don't let it get you down, man. Some weeks are just harder than others, man. It doesn't matter who you are. It just is. Some weeks, you're gonna have a Jared Goff get no points, and some weeks you're gonna have. But shoot, we saw Cam Scatterboo in the top. Come on. So looking at this list, And it may be, a multi-week thing, but I don't think it'll be an every week thing, you know. Oh man. Yeah, so it is what it was, right? We're still in it to win it. You just regroup, maybe look at the waiver wire. Like, I mean, in one league, I'm hurting for a quarterback, man. So, and you would think with all these quarterbacks popping off, I shouldn't be hurting for a quarterback, but here we are. What can you do? What can you do? So, going into the week 7, we'll look back and we'll look forward and see if it'll continue. So, looking at the top 10 quarterbacks, we'll start there and get it going. I mean, we had some crazy top scores. Some people that was like, okay, maybe we expected that, but then some people was like, really, what the heck, what's going on? Where are these? We did not expect to see those people there, right? So there was some fun times to be had. Let's see, where do we have our quarterback list? There we go. There we go. So yeah, I got a top 10 quarterback list from week 6. Leading the way was Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes came through with 31.5 points. It's freaking wild, right? Number 1 quarterback across the board. 257 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. And he also had 32 rushing yards. So he did it however he needed to do it. I think he's still leading that team in rushing, which is freaking crazy, man. Like I don't know. There we go. He's leading the team in rushing, which I mean it's the Chiefs, right? They don't know how to run the ball, but as well, is this going to continue? Is he going to continue to put up top 10 performances? Because the past couple of years he was not top 10, right? You look at the history. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. He was quarterback 11 last year. He was quarterback 8 the year before that. Quarterback 1 the year before that. So he's definitely top 10. I think it's just last year looked down, right? His scores kind of sucked because I had him last year and didn't do nothing for me. But came through this past weekend and did it, and I mean dominating fashion, leading the Chiefs over the Lions 30-17. Wild game. But yeah, no, had 3 touchdowns in the air, 1 touchdown on the ground. Can't really beat that with the bat, right? Coming in number 2 is surprising. These young guys, man. These young guys starting to step up and kind of take it, right? Drake May was the number 2 quarterback on the weekend. 261 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. He put up 31.24 fantasy points. They're ridiculous. Hey, where'd he get all those points from? Sitting on somebody's bench on my league. So wild. I need a quarterback. That's so stupid. But hey, it is what it was, right? Gosh, man. Right now he's currently sitting at the number 5 quarterback overall. Coming in number 3, another surprising one. Sam Darnold. What the heck, man? 295 passing yards as they just kind of dominated Jacksonville, right? 295 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Let's see. That was good enough to put him at quarterback 9 for the weekend. Still falling within the top 10 of quarterbacks. That's crazy. 25 fantasy points. Sam Darnold is going to continue. Who's he play next week? Houston. So, I mean, it's just another chance to put up the same numbers. Houston offense ain't been doing much, so he should have a lot of chances out there with the Seahawks. Caleb Williams, quarterback 4, got his revenge on Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. Coming in, throwing 252 passing yards, running for a touchdown, and throwing for a touchdown. Can't really get much better than that. He had -2 rushing yards, though, so it was a short touchdown. But he did have a long touchdown, right? It was a 50-plus yarder touchdown. So, I mean, you can't really beat that. It wasn't to my guy Roman Dunze, but, he threw it up there, right? He's 17-29. And, help the Bears defeat the Commanders. You know, kind of get their get back from last year, right? Where everybody's talking all trash about him, right? He had 23.88 points. Caleb Williams, pretty darn good. Number 5, man, this list is wild. Jackson Dart, who also, by the way, is questionable, right? They're looking at the concussion protocol, so we'll see what happens going forward. But yeah, 23.6 points from Jackson Dart, man. What in the what? Just getting it done. Getting it done. He had 195 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. If you saw it, that was a long rushing touchdown. I mean, him and Scatterwood pretty much took that game over, you know, coming in on a short week. You know, playing against everybody, expected the Eagles to win, and they just came in and, you know, they willed the Giants. They're what the Giants need right now, and they're bringing that energy. I mean, Jackson Dart is looking good, right? You're like, dang, he can go out there. You know, he only threw 195 yards, got 23 points in fantasy. What the heck? He got that rushing touchdown. Was it like a 20-yard rushing touchdown or something like that? He had 58 rushing yards on 13 carries. Come on now. Putting up the Mike Vick numbers. All right, number 6, Danny Dimes. What in the what? Danny Dimes. I refuse to pick him up early and maybe bite me in the butt because, man, he has been pretty legit. 23.48 points, 16 points, 13 points, 15 points, 25, 29. Pretty better than, you know, the guy too I got. Anyway, 212 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. That's pretty good game. He had the interception. They were still able to pull it out over the Cardinals, which is what you want, right? Yeah, but he also had 20 rushing yards on top of that rushing touchdown. So that offset, that interception didn't really hurt him, right? You see, he came away with almost 24 points. 7, Dak Prescott. Whoa, what? Dak Prescott, what's going on, man? Got Danny Dimes, Jackson Dart. What in the heck is going on with this top 10 list, right? Dak Prescott, 23.3 points, 261 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns on 34 attempts. He had -1 rushing yard, no rushing yards, man. What the heck? But 23.34 points. Last week he had 32.28. The week before that had 30 points, and then 15, 23, and then 7 to start off the season. Threw a lot of people off, right? And then just coming strong, man. He's making a case. I mean, he really is making a case towards that MVP conversation, which something not a lot would say. We'll see what happens though. See if they go past the first round, right, in the playoffs. Yo, what up, The Real? What up, Cillian? What up, Joe, the GOAT? What's good, guys? Yo, if you tuning in, let me know where you coming in from, right? Come chop it up with me. I'm just hanging out. I'll be real. You know, I had a lot, like I said, I had a lot going on, so I didn't really have a whole lot of time to reach into and kind of look into stuff and research stuff. But I'm here, right? We here and we getting it. We keeping it going. So come hang out with me, man. Let me know how your team looking. Who was your top scorer from the weekend? Who was your top scoring quarterback? You know, what quarterback let you down from the weekend? Going in, keeping it going. Number 8, Jaden Daniels, 22.6 points. And that lost to the Bears. Just go throw the shade. 22 points last week, 18 points coming back from that injury, right? So just jumping right back to where he was right before he went out. So I think you'll see him build on that and just continue that consistency, and you can keep him around there. He's a must start every week, right? 211 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception. That's okay. That's okay. Still, you know, he had the 3 passing touchdowns. So, I mean, he's averaging 19.9 fantasy points per game. It's 10th among quarterbacks. And next, they're facing the Cowboys. The Cowboys are allowing 25.7 fantasy points per game to the quarterback. That's the worst in the league. So, I mean, he got a chance to go off next week. So he must start. You got him. Keep him in. All right. Number 9, Jacoby Brissett. What's up with that? What's up with that? How long is Kyler Murray out? Jacoby Brissett topped 300 passing yards in his first start of 2025. Are they going to keep Kyler Murray out? He's 27-44 for 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. He also rushed for 19 yards. They're saying there is a chance that Brissett could have an extended runway as a starter in Arizona. He started 5 games for the Patriots in 2024. So Kyler Murray stays out with that twisted ankle sprain. I mean, we could see him, right? We could see him continue to go on. Murray didn't return to practice last Friday. So Murray did return to practice, they're saying. Okay, so we'll see. Maybe they'll want to have a battle. I don't see any updates on it. Yeah, we'll see how it goes down the rest of the week. But keep an eye on that, I guess. If you're looking for a quarterback, that might be a good pickup right there, especially if he stays in, because that might be somebody nobody's really looking at, right? But I mean, it's like how long will he stay in for if he does get in? But if you got like me that's hurting for a quarterback, and you're like, well, I could possibly use him. Might as well pick him up, right? So that's what I am going to do. Go ahead and throw that on the waiver. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. I already got Mac Jones, pretty much the same difference in the same situation. So just kind of hate how. Whatever. All right. Oh man, look at this. Sleepers NFL's MVP rankings through week 6. Number 1, Baker Mayfield. 2, Josh Allen. Number 1, Baker Mayfield. Number 3, Drake May. Number 4, Pat Mahomes. 5, Sam Darnold. 6, Danny Dimes. 7, Matt Stafford. 8, Dak Prescott. 9, Jackson Smith and Jigba. 10, Puka. Puka probably fall off if he hurt, right? JSN could go up higher if he keep doing it. What about Bijan, man? What about, you know what I mean? Rico Dowdle just had 400 yards in the past 2 games. I don't know. Baker is a good one, though. I do like Baker right now for MVP. All right, get back to this list, though. All right, so you see the list. Going through it. So let's see. Trying to pull this up. All right. So yeah, Jacoby Brissett was number 9. Number 10, Jalen Hurts, rounding out that list. 21.6 points, 283 passing yards, 13 rushing yards, 1 pass touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown. That tush push, right? And an interception. It is AJ Brown had what, like 10 yards. Baker Mayfield just missed out that top 10. He was number 11 with 21.6, so basically tied with Jalen Hurts as far as fantasy scoring goes. He had 256 yards, 2 passing touchdowns on 23 attempts. Crazy top 10 list. Didn't expect it to be that wild, right? You got Pat Mahomes, Drake May at top 2. All right, keeping it going. So let's see. We got our running backs. Should have probably labeled these guys. I was like, oh, it's okay. I got it. I'll be good. Anyway, you can see 6 through 10 there. We'll just go through the running backs real quick. 1 through 5. Bijan leading the way, 39.8 points. Rico Dowdle, my man Dowdle. Yo, Bijan had 170 rushing yards. I'm pretty sure he had 150 of those in the first half. 68 receiving yards, 1 rushing touchdown. And that's on 19 rushes. Rico Dowdle had 30 rushes, 183 rushing yards, 56 receiving. 1 receiving touchdown on 4 receptions. So either way, getting it done. Rico Dowdle had 33.9 points. Devon A-Chain had 33 points, getting it done on the ground pretty much. 128 rushing yards, 22 receiving yards, 2 rushing touchdowns on 16 rushes. It's a pretty solid average. Right. Josh Jacobs, 93 rushing yards, 57 receiving, 2 rushing touchdowns on 18 rushing yards. 93 is pretty solid, right? You know, nothing to shout about. But, I mean, pretty much almost like 5 yards of carry. It's pretty amazing. 32 points. Cam Scatterboo, number 5, started the weekend leading the way, right? 31 points on 98 rushing yards, 12 receptions, or 12 receiving yards, 3 touchdowns. In a backflip, right? Coming in at 6, as you see right here, DeAndre Swift. Man, those Bears, they came through strong Monday night. 108 rushing yards, 67 receiving yards, 29.5 points. I think Caleb Williams is like number 4 or 5. Christian McCaffrey, CMC, if he in there, getting more than 20 points, man, regardless. 54 rushing yards. You don't even need 100 rushing yards. 54 rushing yards, 57 receiving yards, and 1 rushing touchdown on 17 rushes. So, around like less than 3 yards carry. Around 3 yards of carry, something like that. I don't know. Math. Jonathan Taylor. 123 rushing yards, 14 receptions, 1 touchdown. Show you the difference, right? 7.7 points. 123 rushing yards on 21 rushes. It took a long time to get there, right? He still got over 100 rushing yards. Kamani Vidal, you still going with them? 22.8 fantasy points, 124 rushing yards. Looking good, right? He had a receiving touchdown. What do you do? You stick with him? Then it dropped off from that 22 points to Rashad White. It dropped down to 17.6 points, so under 20 points, but still holding it strong. And what you'll probably do with Bucky Irvin now. He has 65 yards rushing, 21 receiving yards, and a rushing touchdown. So you can look for him to get those goal line, those touches, and probably get another rushing touchdown if he stays in with Bucky Irvin now. He'll definitely get the touches. So 17 rushes. That's pretty all right. Man. Right, Kyron Williams rounding out that list at 11 with 16.7 points. So that's your running back. Which running back let you down? Down. Right. Which running back were you like, nah? Bijan was that cheat code, right? All I know is I turned the game on once and I just saw Bijan running for like 60 yards like the second half. It was ridiculous. Rico Dowdle was just determined. I think he's just determined to go off on the Cowboys. And then Javonte didn't do nothing. He played like Javonte. A-Chain, though, he is pretty much the majority of Miami's offense right now, right? So you can keep starting those guys. Must start, right? Swift, White, hey, you put them in the flex spot at least. So you put them in that second running back spot if you have to, but you definitely put them in a flex spot. Dowdle, I don't know, man. I don't know. But, I mean, last year it was like when Chuba went off, Carolina just stuck with him. So we'll see if Chuba gets the job back or what happens. But I don't know. Scatterboo, I don't know. All right. Vidal, I don't know. What do you think? I don't know anything. I mean, my team got dusted last week, so I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. So, guys, what are you thinking right now? That's the running backs. We did the quarterbacks. Well, obviously we do the wide receivers next. We'll do the tight ends after the wide receivers, and then the kickers and the defense. So, how we feeling? What we doing? How we feeling? You loving it? You feeling it? Did you head over to YouTube yet and subscribe to Shady Sports Network? Because if you haven't, you need to get right over there, mate. You need to get over to YouTube as quickly as possible. Stop by Instagram, hit that follow. But specifically YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Want to get that grow count over 10,000 subscribers by the end of the NFL season. So if you're rocking with us and you like what you're seeing, or you want to see our other shows out of the lineup, you find that on our YouTube channel. You can go and subscribe there. We got everything on there. And you can watch all the episodes that you want to watch. So head over to our YouTube, subscribe. Hey, it's Tuesday night, right? So as always, we're doing these stats and sorcery. I'm telling you the top 10 PPR points in case you didn't know, and trying to get us in the mindset to get ready for the weekend, right? We got Thursday night coming up. There's a Thursday night game, so you want to be good for that. You want to know what's going on and be prepared, right? I hope so. You might want to play those players from the Thursday night game. It's Steelers versus the Bengals. So, I mean, you know, I don't know. You might want to be ready for it. So, I'm just saying. But, yo, if you haven't already, like I said, head over to our YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us know how you feeling. You come and rock with us. Rude boy. Hang out with the bus driver. I'm rolling around the block just cruising, telling you the points from the week, and then, kind of look forward at the games and see what's going on to next week. So keep rocking with me. I'm going to take a break real quick, step away. But in the meantime, head over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and then put your team in the chat.
Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast, every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Yeah, you see it. So check them out every Wednesday. Over here on Shady Sports Network, we have so many shows in the lineup, man. If you haven't already, head to our website, shadysportsnetwork.com, and our other social media channels, and hit that subscribe button. Just come hang out with us, right? Come hang out with me every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Denver time, and every Sunday at 7 a.m. Denver time. Also, I'm here every Saturday morning at the bus stop, and that's 9:30 a.m. Denver time, right after Around the Indoor Football World, which comes on at 6:30 Denver time. So come kick it with us. Yo, who was your fantasy bust from last week, and who let you down? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Let me see. Who let me down last week? Judkins, Quinshawn Judkins, 3.6 points. That was a running back that definitely let me down. Come on, man. Let's see. This dude didn't have nothing. 36 rushing yards. What is that? Why are you doing? No. We'll not have that anymore. Not have that again. Then, like I said, Javante didn't do anything. Roma Dunze was big up on him. What'd he do? Just let me down. He didn't do nothing either. I was like, man, I didn't even watch the game because I don't even want to watch 2 games on Monday night. Why you got 2 games on Monday night? You just worked all day. I ain't trying to be switching between 2. I can't focus that hard. Stupid. Yo, he had 32 receiving yards on 2 receptions. What the heck? Why is that? No. I hate that. I don't need none of that, right? We don't need that around here. I'm good. Who else let me down? Let's see. Travis Etienne, another running back that let me down. This guy had 27 rushing yards, 28 receiving yards. How you got more receiving yards Then you got rushing yards as a running back. No, don't do it. Good. Get out of here with that mess, man. Get out of here with that. We don't need that around here. I don't know why I even played Stephon Diggs. I should have known he wasn't going to do nothing. He only did something like once this season, like 3 games, but still nothing. 28 receiving yards. No, don't need that. So, yeah, those are some running backs, some wide receivers that let me down. Let me see. All the running backs I had. J.K. Dobbins. I was big up on him. I mean, I don't know. I got R.J. Harvey on the bench, and he didn't do much more, but he been outscoring J.K. for some reason. J.K. been getting the rock. 40 rushing yards. No. Stupid. Don't need that. That's what grinds my gears, man. That's what grinds my gears. Pittman. I don't know what happened there, man. I thought for sure he'd get more than just 2 catches. Let me down. No. Yeah, so it was not a fun weekend for me as well, guys. So let me know who your bust was. I'd love to hear who let you down. Who let the dogs out? Proof, 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 proof. Who let you down? Right. All right. Let's see. We got the wide receivers charts. There we go. Wide receiver rankings. Number 1, Jackson Smith-Njigba led the way this weekend. Man, dogging it. I think he got like 541 yards on the season. Let's see. 696 yards in the season. The most through the first 6 games of the season for a wide receiver, right? I think I saw somewhere or something like that. Let me know if I'm wrong. Anyway, right now sitting at the number 2 wide receiver. Ridiculous. 8 of 13, 162 receiving total yards. 1 touchdown. Total yards. 34.2 points. This guy had 1 receiving touchdown, 8 receptions, 162 receiving yards. Yeah, I don't know what I thought it was overall. But beast mode with it. Right? 20.3 yards a reception. 12.5 yards a target. Don't get much better than that, Jack. Coming in number 2, George Pickens just been holding it down since CD been out, right? He been holding it down. 32.8 points. 168 receiving yards on 9 receptions. He played 84% of the snap count. He was out there the whole freaking game, pretty much, almost. He had 1 receiving touchdown, 11 targets, man. Come on. 15.3 yards a target. Beast. 18.7 yards reception. Beast. Every catch, this guy was getting almost 2 first downs. That's ridiculous. Coming in at 3, my guy, Drake London. 31.8 points. 10 receptions, 158 yards. Big yards. 1 receiving touchdown. On 16 targets. There's only 6 passes he didn't catch. He had 9.9 yards a target and 15.8 yards a reception. So a first down and a half every time he touched the ball. It's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Keyshawn Boot coming in. Caught all 5 of his receptions for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns. Big touchdowns. 26.3 fantasy points. Big points, right? I don't know if I'm breaking the bank for him. 7 points for that, 4 points, 8 points, 16 points. And they still got Diggs over there. But Drake May looking good too, so we'll see how they spread it up. Right? It was his biggest target share since week 1, right? So it seems like they're spreading it around. I don't know what's going on over there. But he did have 26.3 points. I don't foresee it going forward against the Titans. But I don't know anything, right? Like I said, I keep getting beat. So don't listen to me. Just listen to these scores. Oh, shout out to the mom, Dukes. What up, Ma? Thanks for the love. Guys, you see how my mom do it. If you like it, hit that like button. If you don't like it, hit that like button. If you love it, hit that share button. Tell your friends. And head over to the YouTube and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to subscribe on the YouTube channel if you haven't already. But yeah, no. Big yards from Keyshawn. 93 yards overall. I don't foresee it continuing. So I wouldn't spend any fab or I wouldn't spend anything on him. I wouldn't bid on him. I wouldn't go after him. But like I said, I don't know nothing about nothing. Number 5, Jamar Chase, still holding it down, right? 25.1 points. Jamar Chase caught 10 of 12 targets for 94 yards and a tutty. Even though they lost, he still had his, right? He put up some numbers finally this weekend, last weekend. He had 33 points last week, 25.1 points this week after, subpar past couple weeks, right? So seems like he's getting back on track. I mean, with Joe Flacco, we can expect him to at least get targeted. Joe Flacco knows he knows what he has over there. And we saw Joe Flacco do the same thing essentially with the Browns. What was it? 2 seasons ago or something. Yeah, I think it was 2 seasons ago. So he knows what he has. He knows who to target, and that's pretty much who he's going to be targeting the whole time, right? Number 6, Lad McConkey, 24 points, 7 receptions, 100 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 9 targets. I'm pissed, man, because I have not been playing Lad, and when I do play him, he doesn't do nothing. This week, 24 points. Last week, 14 points. Before that, 2, 8, 9, 13. Come on, like I don't know where to look, but as long as Quentin Johnson is out, then you can expect Lad to be spectacular, right? He is Mr. Offense when they don't have everybody else rocking and rolling. So I don't know. We'll see how long it goes. Just follow the week and see what happens with Johnson, if Johnson comes back or not. But I'll probably put Lad in anyway. I'm trying to find a way to fit him in on my team. He had 24 points over the weekend. Brian Thomas, man, he had a big touchdown. We saw Trevor Lawrence really targeted him early in that game. He had 8 receptions for 90 yards, 1 tutty on 10 targets. So 11.3 yards per reception and 9 yards a target. So almost a first down. Almost a first down every time the ball was, thrown his way. And every time he caught the ball, almost definitely a first down. Coming in at number 8, Kendrick Bourne. Coming out of San Francisco, 142 big yards on 5 receptions. No touchdowns, though. 9 targets. This guy had 28.4 yards every time he touched the ball. Almost 3 first downs. And he's been doing it for the past, since last week, right? He is wide receiver 1 again. Going into week 7, he is wide receiver 1. So he's coming through. We got Ricky out. We got Juwan Jennings somewhere, right? We got George Kittle out. We'll see. If they come back, I don't know. I think he's still a good bet. I think he'll still go with him. That's one guy I probably would pick up. Honestly, I would probably look into getting him. Who would I drop? I would definitely drop Stephon Diggs for him. But alas, I already have 1 transaction pending. Anyway, 5 receptions for big, 142 yards. That was wild. Came through. He had 21.2 fantasy points. Coming in at number 9, Hollywood Brown, 20.5 fantasy points. 4 receptions, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns, 4 targets. Caught all of his targets. Every time he touched the ball, he had a first down. That was ridiculous. Wan'Dale Robinson, 6 receptions, 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 7 targets. So every time he touched the ball, he had a touchdown, a first down, 14 yards of reception. Ridiculous. Big numbers. And Wan'Dale's going to continue to do it. I don't think Sterling Shepard's even due to come back anytime soon. So it's pretty clear he's the wide receiver 1 over there. Jackson Dart has been looking at him, has been targeting him. I think that'll ramp it up, right? He's catching his targets, so that helps too. So I keep him in the lineups. Hollywood Brown, you got Rashee Rice coming back, man. So Hollywood Brown probably won't do the same with those touchdowns, right? He only had 4 targets. So it's not like he can get much less than that. So I don't know. Be interesting to see. All right. Moving on. Yo, Jackson Smith and Jigba, beast mode, right? I think that's going to continue. He's definitely clear cut wide receiver 1 over there in Seattle. Same thing with George Pickens. As long as CeeDee Lamb is out, Pickens is wide receiver 1. Drake London, we'll see. I think it's been switching between him and Kyle Pitts, but man, they all have been getting theirs lately, honestly. So I'd stick with those guys for sure, if you can. And like I said, Lab McConkey, put him in. Brian Thompson, put him in. Wandale Robinson, put him in. The other guys, I don't know so much. I'll probably stay away from them. Right. All right. Moving on up. We got the tight ends, my dudes. Top 10 tight ends. Number 1, Dallas Goedert. D-Goat. 26 points. Coming through big, holding it down all weekend from Thursday night. A Thursday night loss all the way through. Shows you tight end's been kind of weird, right? Got Trey McBride, number 2. Tyler Warren, number 3, 18.3 points. Sam Laporta, 16.5 points. Zach Ertz, 16.3 points. Michael Mayer, 16 points. Right? You got Brock Bowers out. So Michael Mayer, the other first round pick, stepping into a role. He is a first round pick. People forget that because Brock Bowers was a first round pick the year later. He has 16 fantasy points still for Michael Mayer. Harold Fannin, 15.1 points. He's continuing to hold it down, right? He had 11 points last game. So maybe that's a trend. That's 2 games in a row. 11 points, 15 points. Maybe it's moving upwards. We'll see. Gabriel Union, or whatever their quarterback name is for the Browns. I don't know his name. I don't know their name. But hasn't been doing a whole lot, right? Harold Fannin had 7 receptions, 81 yards on 10 targets. So every time he touched the ball, first down, 11.6 yards. A reception. All right, coming in number 8, Tyler Higbee, 14 points, 4 receptions, 40 yards. Every time he touched the ball, 10 yards, a reception, first down. Had 4 targets, caught all 4. And a touchdown. Tyler Higbee he was out there swagging when he caught that touchdown too. So we'll see what that looks like going forward. I know he's been kind of Matt Stafford's safety blanket. Doesn't seem like Matt Stafford can even throw the ball that far. So who knows? We'll see though, right? All right, number 9, Travis Kelce, 13.8 points. He had 6 receptions, 78 yards on 7 targets. So every time he touched the ball, 13 yards. Boom. That's what you want from your tight end. Big yards, right? And then round this out, Tucker Kraft. 2 receptions, 43 yards, 1 touchdown on 2 targets, 12.3 points. 10 points week 4 against Dallas. So same thing again, a trend. Week 2, 25 points. So you got Tucker Kraft, you probably just sit and forget it. Don't even look away on the weeks where he's a dud because he'll bounce back. You know he will. So just keep it going. I would just roll with it. All right, so that was our top 10 PPR from quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, defense. They're there, right? All right. Looking forward, though. Let's look forward to week 7. It's going to be a fun, crazy week. We'll see if we can get some breakout players for week 7, right? Let's take a promo real quick because there's going to be a lot talking going into this. So, guys, I'm the bus driver. This is Fantasy Reports over on Shady Sports Network. We're talking week 7. Well, we just talked week 6 PPR, and then we'll be talking week 7. Some start set. So we'll get it going, get rolling up until the weekend, get you ready for Thursday too. So let me know how you're feeling, guys. Hit this promo if you haven't already. Head over to Shady Sports Network on YouTube, on all the social media apps, wherever you social media. Check out Shady Sports Network, but specifically YouTube. Head over there and follow us, guys. Want to get that follow count going and hit the bell button so you're reminded. We have something going every single day of the week. And you'll see one of these promos. I'll be right back.
Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
Yes, sir. I don't care what y'all got to say, man. We just out here rocking, right? So, yo, who let your team down? Who let your team down? In my head, it sounded good. Who is letting your team down right now? Yo, welcome back, Fantasy Reports. I'm the bus driver. This is Fantasy Reports over on Shady Sports Network. We're talking week 7. I'm talking week 7, guys. Let's look at some games. See what we got going on and see if we can get some breakouts. Yo, I'm always looking at the Broncos, right? So we got a Broncos Sunday afternoon against the Giants. I think that'll be a good game, right? Cam Scatterboo, number 6 running back. He had 5 touchdowns so far this season. He had 3 of them last week. So he comes in with some heavy running, right? So he runs into this Denver defense. He'll be running too much because Jackson Dart ain't throwing it as much. He ain't gonna be throwing it like that. I think they think he gonna be throwing it, right? So I think it'll be a whole different story, but you can look to start Cam Scatterboo. Running backs tend to do well. I know I said start Wandell, but man, if he's going up against Pat Surtain, I don't know if you want to do that this weekend. I don't know if you want to put Wandell, and you might want to put him to the side. You're gonna have him in your flex anyway, right? You never had him to start anyway, so put him to the side. Don't deal with him. Evan Ingram, you can probably look at him though. I'd say you can look for him to go off this weekend. I think that's about it, right? Evan Ingram, Scatterboo, Bo Nix. I think he might have a good game. He usually bounces back after a crappy game and has a really good game. So we may see Bo Nix step into it. So yeah, but Scatterboo, Evan Ingram will probably be my only 2 from there. The Thursday night game though. I just want to jump ahead talking Broncos for anything else, right? Thursday night, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. Wait. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers versus Joe Flacco this Thursday. What do they call it? The Icy Hot Bowl. I mean, I don't know quarterbacks. Joe Flacco looked pretty good this past weekend. Aaron Rodgers will too. I'd probably start. If you probably don't have any other quarter, if you're starting them, I'd stick with them. What else are you gonna do? But I wouldn't put them in over like a Jaden Daniels or a Josh Allen. I wouldn't put them in over Pat Mahomes, right? I wouldn't put them in over even a Justin Herbert. Thursday night games are weird, man. Thursday night and international games. They can go either way. But yeah, no. I'd whatever, start Aaron Rodgers, start Joe Flacco. Can't go wrong. It won't hurt. Probably, going against that Steelers defense. I don't know about Joe Flacco though. But he has Jamar Chase, and he's gonna be aiming for the fences. So, and he has T. Higgins. He's gonna be aiming for the fences. So, you anything can happen. Anything is possible, as they say, right? So you want to start Jamar Chase, right? You want to start DK. T. Higgins, I'd say T. Higgins is a start for this game. It's gonna be a shootout. I'd look to start T. Higgins for sure. Jonnu Smith, he's starting to come around, right? They're starting to use him a little bit more. He only had 5 points the last game, but I think Aaron Rodgers might look towards him a little bit more. So you could probably put Jonnu Smith in. Tight end is like, what are you trying to get, right? I'm hoping for like 6 or 7 points. If I get that, I'm good. That's all I need, man. I'm a tight end. Right. But yeah, from that game, that's about it. Thursday night. I mean, maybe Aaron Rodgers, Jamar Chase for sure, DK Metcalf for sure, maybe T. Higgins. But knowing me now that I said that, this will be the game where Chase Brown goes off, right? Finally does something. We'll see. Jalen Warren, he gonna have a good game? He hasn't had a good game in a while. Since week 2. We'll see. Thursday night, lights are bright. How we feeling? How you feeling? But yeah, the Thursday night game, yeah, probably a handful of players you can start. Not really so much. Maybe the Steelers defense. If you're doing defenses, I'd start the Steelers defense for sure. But that's about it. The rest of the games I'll do Sunday morning. When I do my injury updates and start set questions on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. on Shady Sports Network. So come hang out with me Sunday morning and we'll go through the rest of the games and look at the rest of the players. Other than that, I think it was good. We went through the lineup. I went through the quarterback, the running back, the wide receiver, the tight end, top 10 from last week. It's crazy list, man. We had people like Rico Dowdle, Drake May, Jackson Dart. Craziness in the top 10 list. We saw some crazy plays, though, some really good plays. Cam Scatterboot literally just running through, the Eagles defense. We saw the Eagles tush push 18 million times on one play. So we saw a lot of crazy stuff from last weekend. Saw the Broncos literally make us not want to watch football ever again over that Broncos-Jets game. But we hung in there and we made it, right? So that's how we roll, man. So look at this. Streaming live from the Mile High. Hop on the bandwagon, guys. Come hang out with me Sunday morning. We'll go through the rest of the games. We'll do our injury updates as well, too. 7 a.m. Sunday morning. But before that, on Saturday, like I said, I'll be here for the bus stop. We got our guests on. We got me, Static, and Reem. We'll be talking all the games as well. So we'll be going through our predictions. And we'll look back and see how good we were from last week as well, too. And around the indoor football world, every Saturday morning, those guys been crushing it, coming live with your indoor football news. And there's been a lot of indoor updates, a lot of indoor movement, a lot of new teams, and we cover it all over here in Shady Sports Network. All those teams come to us and tell us all the news first. So we got all the tea. So come hang out with those guys every Saturday morning at 6:30 in Denver time, right? We got something for everyone. And then tomorrow at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern time, that's when we have Eagles Elite. So we'll have Eagles Elite, I believe it says 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then on Sunday or Mondays, we have the Monarchs of Wrestling, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So we got something every day of the week. Dynasty Academy is every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And they talk about Dynasty Fantasy Football. So you can't go wrong hanging out here at Shady Sports Network. We got live sports a lot. We got Mountain West football coverage every weekend. So we got live sports, live football, live basketball. We got articles on our website, shadysportsnetwork.com. So all types of stuff, guys. So please, if you haven't already, head over to our YouTube and subscribe to see every episode. Head over to our website, check out our articles that we got on there. And, hit that like button. Come kick it with us. Come hang on a bus stop. I think that'll be pretty good for tonight, guys. Like I said, Sunday, I'll update on the rest of the teams with the injury updates. So with that, guys, I hope you have a good night. I hope you enjoyed these updates. I hope it helps you to look at your team and remember the waiver opens up tomorrow. So get those waivers in, get those players, get those updates, and get your team ready for the weekend. Other than that, hop off this bus. Keep it moving. Have a good one.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets.
it's the bus stop. Swerving into what's hot. Coming live, Shady Sports, yeah, we got it on live. Sports and music, yeah, let's get into it. Do it like no other, do it. Blueprint for consuming the team that's never losing. Coming live. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer. I'm a game changer.